Hot Springs Village Inside Out is a closer look at the greatness of Hot Springs Village, Arkansas and the surrounding areas. People, places, experiences. Hot Springs Village is one of the most beautiful places on earth. Join me, Randy Cantrell, and my co-host Dennis Simpson as we engage in weekly conversations to explore Hot Springs Village Inside Out. Today's show is brought to you by Central Arkansas's favorite radio station, KVRE. Find them on the dial at 92.9 FM. Stream them live at kvre.com. RE/MAX of Hot Springs Village. The award-winning RE/MAX of Hot Springs Village is the largest real estate office inside the village with over 30 full-time agents and support staff. Visit them to learn more about this beautiful place to solve your real estate needs. Call them today at 1-800-364-9007. Find them online at explorehsv.com. They are RE/MAX of Hot Springs Village at 1-800-364-9007 or online at explorehsv.com. Ike Eisenhower State Farm. Ike and his award-winning team have been serving the insurance needs of folks all around Hot Springs Village since 1998. Ike has qualified for State Farm's President's Club, Chairman's Circle, and Hot Springs Village Insurance Agent of the Year. Call Ike Eisenhower State Farm today at 501-984-4100. That's 501-984-4100. Find them online at ikeeisenhower.net. Call them today for all your insurance needs because, like a good neighbor, Ike Eisenhower State Farm is there.
Well, hang on. hsvticketsales.com, is that the name?
I've heard of that website before.
I've heard of that website too.
What's happening?
Well, what's going on in the world of parks and tourism these days?
Well, we're really busy. Again, like I've said before, a lot of people think once we hit the winter, it can be a slow time, but it's really our busiest time. Really? We slow down a lot. We don't do a lot of the outdoor stuff. It's a little bit cold. We do some trail hikes and things like that, some trail work days, but really just getting our indoor events scheduled and planned out and really just getting the whole season for 2023 planned out. So we're always on top of things, trying to make our facilities better and improving on them and things like that.
It's a never ending.
On the fitness center, especially.
Yeah, I was about to say it's a never ending process, is it?
It never stops.
It never stops. And we may be glitching there just a second. Sorry. I think because when I shared our screen here, it kind of changed things up. So when you and I so the Altice is February the 11th.
Yep. We have our World Tour wine on Thursday, January 26th. That's actually all sold out. But that was a really popular event that we were doing pre-COVID. We kind of had to shut it down. Now getting back in the swings of things. We got that back. We're going to do, I think, 6 of them this year.
Really?
And they sell out fast. I mean, we had 80 tickets for sale and it sold out in less than a week. So we're excited to have that back. And Altrusa, again, they're using our facility to have another dinner with Melinda's and music from Voices Rising. So Coronado Center is going to be hopping.
It is.
Bingo this weekend.
Yeah, I know. It just never stops.
Yeah.
Let me come back in. So parks and tourism, I can buy my own. You have your own merch now, Terry? Really?
Heck yeah, man. We're cool guys over here. This is what
apparently.
We're trying to mix it up. It's really a cool plan. We have our staff uniforms, and a lot of people liked our staff shirts at the fitness center and outdoor rec. So we said, hey, let's just put them up for sale and see what happens. We've had a positive response. And the good thing is, Parks and Recreation is subsidized, obviously. Sure. And as we know we're going to have some subsidy, but we're always trying to make it smaller and smaller. One of the ways this helps is we're able to sell these hoodies and these shirts, and the profit we make, we turn back and use that money to buy more staff shirts for our staff. So we're not really having to dig into our budget to spend that money out of the budget. We're just kind of using the profits and proceeds from the merch.
It sounds wonderful. Now, we had a show on the Altrusa HSV Valentine's Extravaganza, and and this has been months ago when we were in the fundraising stage. But what a wonderful service to have this I don't know, what would you call it, a big a banquet or something with the teenage kids or with the strugglers, to achieve it's a great idea. I love it.
Yeah, there's all kind of cool things that happen in this village, and when you look at the good thing about the things we do in Parks and Recreation, it's not only the events and programs that we put on POA wise. I mean, we use the facilities and we help tons of other organizations put their events on as well. Yeah. I mean, like I said, this Altrusa event, the Lions are doing the bingo. It's a great thing. We have a country two-steppers dance the following week. Even though those aren't official POA put on events, they're at our facilities. We help get them on. We help advertise it, market it, and make sure they happen.
Not sure
it kind of gives a wide. It's more of a variety than just what we put on. Yeah. But the whole community is also putting on great events as well.
Well, and you bring up a great point now, the John Barry Night of Love on the 16th, not the 12th, not the 14th, but the 16th.
Yep.
That's the Lifelong Learning Institute with Larry Wilson, right?
Yep, and the Entertainment Foundation as well. They're having a series of 4 concerts, and this is the first one that they're kicking off with. He's a Grammy Award country music singer-songwriter out of Nashville. So again, they're bringing us a whole lot of talent. I mean, if you can say you put a Grammy next to your name, I think you got it going on.
You probably sing better than you and me. How about that?
Yeah, there you go. I would imagine so.
Then we got the concert.
You haven't heard me sing yet, though, Dennis. So I don't know.
What's that? I'm sorry.
You haven't heard me sing, so you never know.
Well, one can assume. One can assume.
You don't want. Well, you're probably right.
No. Hot Springs Concert Band.
Yep. They're doing the first of their 4 annual shows they do a year. They basically do a show every quarter. Spring, fall, winter, summer.
Wow.
And this is the first one
now
they do.
That's a group out of Hot Springs. It's not that has some Hot Springs Village members. Is that correct?
Yeah, they have I think they're pretty heavily inundated with Hot Springs Village members as well. Okay. But they're based out of Hot Springs for sure. Yeah.
And then I see where the Rotary has the fundraiser, which is it looks like a really fun time.
It is. That's a good show. It's the world famous Glenn Miller Orchestra is coming in. So that's going to be a cool setup. It's at the Coronado Center. I believe they're going to have a little dance area set up in there, and they have a really good Frank Sinatra tribute artist who he was here last year and did a spectacular job. A lot of talk about him. He's really good. So it's a show worth seeing for sure.
Wow. And I got to wonder what it's like working in Parks and Rec, because, somebody comes in and says, well, did you see the concert last night? And everybody else goes, no. Well, what was it like? Well, Is it like that?
It's like that, and it's different. I mean, I think you can look at this. Here's a good example. We're talking about the Glenn Miller Orchestra. The next event you see a dude holding a big old fish in one of our lakes. So we're kind of all over the board.
You never know.
Done with this, I have a pickleball meeting. So
really, and you never know when your angler seminar is going to bump up against your Glenn Miller Orchestra. You don't know these things.
Right? You never know. You're going to go fishing and watch the orchestra,
or both. Both.
There you go.
And I know that the Muses, that's the fish seminar, we're giving them grief, but they're a great group. They really are.
They are.
It's going to be hard to prove that now that we've given them crap about it, but
no, they're a good group of guys.
Yeah, as my mama would say, we're giving them crappe about it because the fish. Anyway, yeah. But no, that's on the Friday, March the 10th, and the Muses. Now the Muses. Typically a Hot Springs based group, but now are they putting something on here? What are they doing?
Yeah, now they're another group. They're based out of Hot Springs. Really talented group. They have traveling artists from Broadway come in all the time. It's a location where they can come and kind of practice their chops a little bit and tour around down here in the South. And they do quarterly shows with us as well. They're kind of like the Hot Springs Concert Band. They do a show each quarter with us. It's more on the opera,
classically
opera singing,
classically trained.
Exactly. Classically, that says it best.
Then I see that we've got Doug Gabriel coming in from Branson.
We do. That's a concert that we're kind of doing in conjunction with the Village Concert Association. This concert is basically set to raise funds so we can make more improvements at the Woodlands Auditorium.
Oh, how cool.
we're using the funds generated from this, again, working with the VCA to add some acoustic drapes in the Woodlands Auditorium to kind of take down some of that echo. And the top speakers that we have that are shooting off from the stage, they're kind of pointed in the wrong direction and pointed too high. So we're really going to improve that sound where they're taking those down and repointing them where they're kind of hitting in the middle of the room right now. Because right now they're just pointing towards the back of the auditorium. We're going to get those rehung, repointed, and that and the combination with acoustic drapes is going to make a big difference.
Huge difference. So this Doug Gabriel concert with the VCA helps defray that cost or helps set up that
Exactly.
Wow.
Exactly.
And I'm aware of Steve Kelly's Tribute Kings because I'm part of the Community Foundation now.
Good.
Incredible group coming up, and it's such an interesting deal. You and I know, we see talent come through, and you say, "Well, I didn't know he could play the banjo," or "I didn't know he did." So when one of these guys has one talent, they can do so many other things 9 times out of 10, right?
There's no doubt. One thing I've learned in being in this business and actually being friends with a lot of musicians is you see a band, you see the guitar player, so you just kind of pigeonhole that's the guitar player. I pretty much 9 times out of 10 would guarantee you he can get up on the drums and play better than most people playing drums. He can get up there and play the piano, awesome. The musician is a musician.
Yeah.
They all play more than one instrument.
Yeah, and well, literally, and the reason I was bringing that up is because, you think Steve Kelly, and even in genres, you say, well, if you do country, you're a country artist. Well, if you do rock, you're a rock artist. We're going to kind of have it all this afternoon. It's going to be a evening matinee. Now, it's on a Tuesday at 3 p.m., and they're doing, if I'm not mistaken, it's basically just country. And then later to that night,
they're doing a country show to start the day, a country music roundup. Yep. Oh, you're breaking up on me a little bit, my man.
Oh, sorry. Okay. Are we better now, I hope?
Yep, you're all golden. You're good.
Great. No, I was going to say, we're doing an afternoon concert at 3 p.m. that's going to be basically country music. Then there's a Melinda's Community Foundation dinner that you can have in between there about 5:30. And then at 7, we go back and do the Sweet Caroline and is Bob Seger, is that the other one, the tribute?
That is correct. The Bob Seger Show.
So going to be an incredible event. Now, these tickets are for sale already, and I bet we're about down to things that may not be for sale yet.
No, if it's on here, it's for sale.
Okay, well, and the HSV players, because we're down to Cherry is the Neil Diamond show.
Right.
And then what's the 2023 Woodlands tour? What is that?
That is a Parks and Rec POA sponsored tour. It's our summer tour basically that we do every year. We do, as the POA and Parks and Rec department, we do about 8 shows a year that we personally put on out of the POA budget or POA provided services. It's a 5-season show. It's spectacular. And I wish anybody would click on that link that's on there, and you'll get it's about a 4 or 5 minute sizzle reel that kind of gives a rundown of what our tour is. And believe me, it's amazing. And if you haven't got tickets, by the way, there's 654 seats in our auditorium, and we sold over 520 tickets. So there's about 120 left. So this might be the first time we've sold out without even having to sell individual tickets. We're probably going to sell out season-wise before we put anything on individual.
Well, it looks like to me also, $138 for 5 concerts. Pretty fair
incredible.
Deal.
Yep.
Pretty incredible.
And we also just want to throw out, we just signed a contract. We had Victor Trevino, our Elvis artist that we had here last year. We brought him, we're bringing him back on May the 6th. Everybody loved it. Very popular. And actually, at Graceland this year, or in 2022, Elvis's 45th anniversary of, I believe, I guess it was his death, or Elvis 45, whatever that was, tribute artist of the year given out by Graceland. So he's legit. He's the real deal. So we're having him back as like a kind of one-off show. Yeah.
And more, I'm seeing the talent that's coming through the village seems to be just exceptional in every time.
Yeah. I'm actually, I'm working on something right now. I kind of can't really say because their agents don't want me to say. I wish I could, but something exciting coming down the line, I hope.
Big things are afoot. No, it's just, we have a lot of neighbors that are transitory. We have people that are weekend and whatever. And we'll have people come in from Dallas and say, we saw the Forever Queen, or we
Yep.
saw the Freddie Mercury, or no, yeah, whatever. And they're saying, well, that was just a great show. And I'm like, these are people from major cities, and they say this is a great show. This is,
Yeah.
it's generally just exceptional talent. So, well,
Yeah.
Terry, anything else you need to add today? Anything else we need to chat about?
Hey, I do. I want to, if you'll give me a few minutes, I'd like to talk about this fitness center.
Oh, sure, man. Well, and look, it's January, February. This is resolution time, right?
It is resolution time. And I kind of want to give everybody like a little brief synopsis of kind of the challenges that we have, and what the help that everybody that lives here and members here can give us to make sure that we keep this great, awesome facility, because it really is awesome, but it's expensive. And I guess I can sum up pretty quick. It's really easy to get a membership here. I mean, most people can come in here and sign up with their insurance and get like silver sneakers or silvers and fit. It's an insurance program that'll give you a free membership or free visits to the gym based off of your insurance, where you don't have to pay anything. That's good and bad, because I do want to throw one thing out to everybody so they'll understand. We probably only have about 120 people that pay for an annual membership to the gym. That's it. Everybody else that we have is on the insurance plan. So here's how that works. We have about 2,500 people signed up on the insurance plan. The misnomer that people have is when they sign up for insurance, they think that we have that membership and we get that membership money. Here's the point. We do not. We only get money if people show up. We get $3.75 a visit for a maximum of 12 visits. So long story short, with those 2,500 people that we have signed up, a good example is last month, we only had 700 people come and show up to the gym. Now, those 700 people came a whole lot of times, so it's always busy, and that's a good thing. But that also shows you we have 1,800 people that could come in here, scan their card, walk around the track, work out, take a free class, and then we start getting revenue, and we can keep this place up and keep this place going. So just signing up for it it's great and it's a first start, but you have to show up for number one, for you to get healthy, for you to enjoy the facilities, and also for us to get the revenue and money that we need to be able to keep this place alive and kicking.
Well, as Woody Allen says, half the battle of success is just showing up, right?
There you go. That's a good point. You show up, scan your card, and we win.
Which seems to be the trouble of other generations. The ones here in the village typically don't have those kind of problems. They usually show up, and they're usually 10 minutes early, and they're wondering why
they're always early for sure.
They're wondering why you're not there 5 minutes early. Like, what is the problem? Well, anyway, Terry, been wonderful. So the moral of that story is, let me put it in synopsis here. Okay. Come use the facilities so that there's more reimbursement coming back to the POA.
Exactly. So we can keep the place going, and it's expensive, and it's an older facility. It's, everybody who's been here through knows we have some challenges with the indoor natatorium, with the hot tub, the steam room, the sauna, indoor pool. We really need people to show up again, not only to get healthy and take advantage of the facilities, but so we can keep it going and pay for this kind of great stuff.
Well, on cold winter days when it's a little blustery or cool outside, a lot of times I'll go to the steam room or over to the sauna, and I'm thinking, this can't be cheap. I mean, there's a couple of propane tanks out there right now, and I'm thinking, they don't heat this water with electricity. There's a lot of expense here, right?
There's a lot of expense. Basically, we operated about a $224,000 deficit a year.
Really?
But if people show up, again, 2,500 people have signed up, only 700 of them showed up. We get more people show up, we start getting more money.
Let me ask one more question, and I know we need to shut down, and I'm trying to wrap it up here. Tell me about some of the classes at the natatorium, because that's a way I can see a lot of people go, well, yeah, I don't want to go to the gym, but I'll go to a spin class. I'll go to a whatever, right?
Right. Yeah. There's a whole lot of options. We have about 35 to 40 free classes a week. We have classes in the swimming pool and on land, dry and wet. We have classes across the street you can take advantage of. And one of the cool things that we're bringing in within the next month, we'll have fitness classes on projection TVs. classes. We'll offer other opportunities where you can go in there, turn on a yoga class or a spin class, and do it kind of like the classes are called.
That is awesome.
Like some kind of video on demand fitness classes.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's going to be cool.
This whole technology thing, it's great when it works. It's wonderful when it works.
Call me again, my man.
I'm sorry, I'm breaking up there. I said
it's wonderful when it works, for sure.
It's wonderful when it works, and when it doesn't, well, Okay, for Hot Springs Village Inside Out, I'm Dennis Simpson. I think he's still Terry, but we'll see you next time.
Thanks for watching and listening to Hot Springs Village Inside Out, a weekly podcast starring Hot Springs Village, Arkansas. Visit the website at hotspringsvillageinsideout.com.